After Monday's show, the following days, which is yesterday on Tuesday, a report came out about how Bill Belichick was personally himself making calls to shop Mac Jones around to teams like Las Vegas, like Washington, like, I believe I'm not mistaken, there was another team in there that I'm completely forgetting. I think there was like 4 teams. Huh? You're telling me Bill Belichick is shopping his QB1? Because why? There's really only 2 reasons, I think, why Bill Belichick's doing this. One, he's doing something completely uncharacteristic and going for Lamar Jackson. That's the first one. The second one is he's an idiot. He is an absolute idiot. Let's dive into each scenario if they were true. Let's go with Lamar Jackson route first. Bill Belichick does not spend big money on any player. Would I actually like trading Mac Jones away to then bring in Lamar Jackson? Of course I would. At that point, we'd probably be the second to first best team in the AFC, at least quarterback-wise, depending on how you like Lamar Jackson to a Josh Allen. Lamar's better than Tua. Lamar right now is better than Aaron Rodgers when healthy. That's my big knock on Lamar. When healthy. He's the top 3 player in the league. Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, in my own personal opinion. First of all, you have to spend uber amounts of money to sign Lamar. Because he's going for, according to reports, $231 guaranteed. $231 million guaranteed, which is above Deshaun Watson. It doesn't need to be a fully guaranteed contract. He just wants more money than Deshaun Watson guaranteed. So you need to spend a lot of money to get it. A lot of money. Which Bill Belichick does not do. He doesn't care what your position is. What your market value is. Once you hit market value, he says, adios, bye-bye. We don't want you anymore. We can't afford you, even when he can. Robert Kraft saying that Meek Mill texted him how Lamar wants to be a Patriot, and then Robert Kraft goes, it's Bill's decision. Putting it on Bill Belichick? Could this be Bill Belichick saying, sure, we'll get Lamar. We'll just start shopping Mac Jones, the guy we spent the 15th pick on back in 2021. I would welcome that. Because Lamar, even though I love Mac Jones, I think he's been treated unfairly thus far, I would welcome that idea with open arms. You're telling me I get a unanimous MVP, a guy who's won a playoff game? The other 3 playoff games weren't that pretty, but he still won a playoff game. You're telling me I get that? He's uber athletic. His arm could be improved a little bit. I have an issue with his ability to throw the football, at least accuracy-wise, decision-making-wise. If you're telling me I get that talent over what I have now, I would welcome that 100%. It would be uncharacteristic of Bill Belichick to actually sign a player worth that much money and pay him that amount of money because Bill Belichick doesn't do it. But I would welcome that decision. I don't think Bill will do it, though. I think, let's get into the second scenario. Bill Belichick's butthurt over Mac Jones, and people thought it was other teams in the NFL. There was a report by Pro Football Talk, Chris Sims, saying that it wasn't NFL teams, it was Alabama coaches. Mac Jones coming out of Alabama, asking Alabama coaches, is this the proper way to run an offense? Are we doing everything we need to do correctly? And Bill Belichick, according to Tom Curran, disloyal, a bad image, disingenuous. Bill Belichick, he seems pretty butthurt. This does not seem like a football decision. He loves to say he makes the best decisions, or he makes the decisions that are best for the football team. And this doesn't seem like a football decision. Because he literally set Mac Jones up to fail last season. Set him up to fail. Mac Jones, after coming out of his rookie year, wasn't gifted with a wide receiver 1. Wasn't gifted with a phenomenal running back or a phenomenal tight end, even though Ramondre Stevenson is a very, very good back. He's a 1,000-yard season last year. He's not, like he's not a Jacobs or a Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs or Saquon Barkley or a Derrick Henry or whatever. He wasn't gifted a DeAndre Hopkins or a Stephon Diggs or a Devontae Adams type of a player. He wasn't gifted a Travis Kelce or a George Kittle or a Mark Andrews type of a talent. He was gifted with Matt Patricia and Joe Judge as his offensive play callers and offensive coaches. That's how you say, hey, Mac, in your rookie year, you had a higher passer rating than quarterbacks like Tua and Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts. A higher completion percentage than Tom Brady, than Patrick Mahomes, than Matthew Stafford, as well as Lamar Jackson and all those other players. Higher QBR, this is a scale of 0 to 100, of Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts. Tua Tagovailoa. You had a pretty to very good rookie year. And instead of gifting you something that we can improve on or trying to re-sign Josh McDaniels, we gift you a special teams coordinator who was a failure as a head coach, made Daniel Jones look like a bottom 3 quarterback in the league. And not only that, your play caller will be a failure as a head coach, a coach on the Lions who no player on the defensive side, or I guess on the offensive side, even liked, who's never called an offensive play in his entire career. He'll be your offensive play caller. That's our gift to you, Mac Jones, because he's my friend. I like him. He was a good coach for us. That's what Bill Belichick set Mac Jones up to do. A guy who, according to a very, very good article, I believe Ben Volin wrote the article from the Boston Globe, Matt Patricia drew up 10 scripted passing plays, not for a week, for the season. 17 weeks of play, 10 scripted passing plays. This makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. Bill Belichick, this is not a football decision for him. This is a personal decision because he's butthurt that he tried something and people were pushing back. Look at the players that have pushed back on the idea or have supported Mac Jones and his complaining. Rightfully so. Jacoby Myers supported Mac Jones over the season, saying what Mac has done with fans screaming Zappy, Zappy in every single game since Bailey Zappe came in, that took guts. Where is he now? The Patriots didn't try to re-sign him. They lowballed him, and he's currently on the Raiders for the exact same contract on paper as Juju Smith-Schuster. He was butthurt. Jacoby Myers on Twitter said, bruh, really? Kendrick Bourne, who is rumored to be on the trade block, he may very well be gone at some point with the Patriots before his contract's up at the end of this year. He supported Mac Jones. Brian Hoyer spoke up throughout the entire year, supposedly. Where is he now? He got signed by the Raiders. He's not on the Patriots. Players that have spoken up about Bill Belichick's philosophy of hiring Matt Patricia in this dumb experiment are criticized, scrutinized, or not even on the team anymore. Bill Belichick on the defensive side is basically unmatched as a coach. But his personnel decisions on the offensive side have been atrocious. I don't have it in front of me, but Mac Jones and the Patriots unit, they have averaged the 23rd best receiving group in the NFL. That's bottom 10 in the league since Brady left. Actually, including Brady's last year with them, when they signed N'Keal Harry as their first-round draft pick, traded up their second-round pick in that draft, which became DK Metcalf, going to the Seahawks, of course. I don't understand this move whatsoever. Robert Kraft, he's frustrated, deservingly so. His team has been underwhelming, and Bill Belichick has looked like a mediocre head coach without Brady. A la the Browns, a la before Brady on the Patriots, and now post-Brady. He has been a middle-of-the-road coach. His team has not been good. And this ideology of, I could put anyone on this team and still succeed, still make it to the playoffs, still make it to the Super Bowl, and win it because I'm such a great head coach. My defense may as well carry us the rest of the way like it did in the early 2000s. What's that gotten the Patriots thus far? And I'm a Patriots fan, and I'm frustrated. What has that gotten my team so far? A failure of an experiment with Cam Newton, a great rookie year which made it to the playoffs, we got blown out. with Mac Jones. His second year of Mac Jones, he gets a play caller who's never called offensive plays in his career and a special teams coordinator that was a failure of a head coach and made Daniel Jones look like the 26th best quarterback, if we're really pushing it. He was the QB coach of Mac Jones. Look at Daniel Jones before Brian Daboll, a actually good refinement head coach when it comes to quarterbacks. Look at Josh Allen, how he really stepped up his game with Brian Daboll, and look at how he regressed slightly this past season without Brian Daboll. That's Mac Jones QB coach and Mac Jones offensive play caller. That's Bill Belichick's gift after a great rookie season. And now, not only that, you set Mac Jones up to fail. He does as expected, which is to fail, while also trying to figure out how to actually deal with this monstrosity of a situation by going to his former coaches, to his former team and saying, hey, what the hell am I supposed to do with this situation? What can work? What am I doing wrong? What is our team doing wrong? Trying not to just lay down and take it, but actually to improve on it and hopefully come out of this somewhat successful. But no. After that, Belichick blames Mac Jones essentially by shopping him around, saying Bailey Zappi essentially puts us in a better situation to win than Mac Jones did. It makes no sense. I think Bill Belichick needs to get his feelings out of the way and, like he's always been saying, make the best decision for the football team. For the football team, not for your own personal feelings, because guess what? You signed AB. You actually made that choice. He was gone in 11 days, but you at least signed him. You've signed players with not great pasts. You've brought them in. You've tried to make them work, but that was with Tom Brady, a guy who will take it. Mac Jones is not dealing with this because he knows it's stupid. He knows it's not working. He's actually pushing back. And I respect that. Bailey Zappi? He's the answer? Over Mac Jones, who in college, 77% completion percentage, a tremendous touchdown to interception ratio. He was a great quarterback in college. That's the guy you want to let go? For a guy who played at Western Kentucky? Who looked okay? Primarily the running game. You could look it up. Look at that Browns game. He played pretty well, but the run game was very, very dominant. The Packers game, he threw for 99 yards. There was a pick six that really allowed that game to be as close as it was. Are we sure that the Patriots are making the right decision here? I don't think so whatsoever. Bill Belichick's on the hot seat this year. If he doesn't find any sort of success and he decides, common knowledge, if you're going for two quarterbacks, you really have zero because you don't know who your QB1 is. Make the smart decision and go with Mac Jones, except don't set him up to fail. You brought in Bill O'Brien, and people saying, why did Mac Jones have complaining on the field? Why didn't he just go to Bill Belichick? You think Bill Belichick would take that from a second-year player? Him having issues with the way Bill Belichick runs things? Belichick's ego's above the... You talk about, it's above the moon. It's above the solar system, his ego. Because he feels like he can do it with anybody. Because he thinks he did do it with everybody because he treats everyone the same no matter who's on his team. He had the greatest quarterback of all time. He would treat him like the 53rd guy on the roster. Everyone was up for Pickens when Brady was there. Because Brady took it and they said, oh, if Brady's taking this, he's taking a beating. I got to be ready. I have to take it. Because we're talking about Tom Brady here. He's being chewed out. I don't want to be chewed out. Let me get myself in line. The Patriots don't have that figure anymore. They don't have the guy that will take it. And the Patriot way philosophy, it's not working. Outside of Brady, it hasn't really worked at all. Should Bill O'Brien make things better? I damn well hope so. I think it's unfair to blame Mac Jones for Bill Belichick's dumb coaching mistake. I don't think a single quarterback in this league could step into that situation and succeed. Having a defensive play caller and a special teams coordinator be your offensive play caller who scripted 10 passing plays for 17 weeks of play, be your and have the special teams guy, Joe Judge, be your quarterback coach. I said before last year, this may be the most crucial year in Mac Jones' entire career. This may be the most crucial year in the entirety of Mac Jones' entire career in the NFL. And look what happened. You screwed him over, and now you're blaming him by shopping him around because you think Bailey Zappi could be the answer. It's either you're getting Lamar or you're butthurt and an absolute idiot. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.